Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below, man. Let me know where y'all from and let me know who you a fan of. You a fan of Young Dolph? Comment down below. Let's get right into this, man. So look, Moneybagg Yo smacked Yo Gotti's brother basically for telling the feds the whole Young Dolph plot about how Yo Gotti paid this dude, that dude. By this point, everybody knows that the fact that what's going on right now is the fact they just found out Straight Drop got paid to do everything. So that's the reason they captured him first, was because they already knew. They looked at his Cash App that came in and they realized that it was a direct sent thing. Exactly. They even put in the memo that it was for the hit at the cookies and everything like that. He said to hit the cookie shop. And basically what you got to realize is that, you know, with everything being alleged, that I'm saying, everything at all, you got to understand that it's a whole revolving door, because now that they found out that it was actually people who got into it and got paid for doing it, then now you got to look at every single person and trace all that. Everybody knows that it's always follow the money and you find out exactly where the problems are, right? And so that's exactly what they did in this situation. They identified and realized that it was a whole plan and plot set up. Then, you know, they went to the chess pieces and the pawn pieces and they looked at the fall guys. They went to the two fall guys, Straight Drop and Cornelius, and they were grilling them first. They were asking him, like, what do you do for work? What do you do this and that? How did you even get there? Like, who even paid for your gas to get into the getaway car? And everything like that. Like, who even paid you to be the getaway driver? So once they figured that out, then it blows the whole case open, because now you got to see that the bread had to come from somewhere. And everybody was saying at the beginning that the hit had to have come from higher up. The hit had to have come from people who already had issues with Dolph. And the people that have problems with Dolph, it's already recorded and documented the fact that they try to run up on him multiple times already. And in those times, it was like probably the same type of situation where somebody was paid to do it, because who would do that for free? Unless it was like get back for somebody in the fam or something like that, then that's when you expect something like that. But nobody's gonna just randomly go and try to run up on Dolph or run up on a celebrity or something like that for free, unless they know for a fact that they are in a specific location where everything is scoped out, that they got their jewelry on them, they got their money on them and everything like that. And it's got to be the timing so right to where you have to plan something like this. Because any other time where people try to run up on like a celebrity rapper or somebody famous with millions and millions of dollars, they either got security guards with them, or that there's so much people in the crowd that the fans in the crowd wouldn't even let you get away. Like the public won't even let you get away with that. Somebody will trip you, jump on you. They will citizens arrest before they let somebody, you know, do something to a celebrity and try to run off with their belongings, with their gems or jewelry or chains or rings or anything like that. And so, but the instance is different for the Dolph situation, because he wasn't with no security, but he was with his brother who had the Drake. And so they were saying that the Drake was in the backpack and that's what took him so long, and the door was locked, and it was just so many different flaws. Is because how could it be to where that door is locked and then he has to run out? So that means it took him at least 10 seconds to get out the back door and run out around the front door, or it's some side door of some sort. Because that's when the cookie shop owner, when he pulled up, he said that the door was locked and that they had to basically buzz him in or something. So we trying to figure out, was the door locked? Did they press the button to lock it or anything like that? Did the lady push the button when she seen the dudes before she took off running, but didn't say nothing to Dolph and them, didn't say nothing to Duck and all that? And so they're trying to figure out too what happened with Dolph's iPhone. He said he was on the phone. He said he was looking down. We need to go and see the timestamps of that. And the whole thing, you could run back the phone history and you could see exactly what time people was using it. Like they do that all the time to figure out like who at fault if you fender bender somebody, if you rear end and the bumper to bumper little thing like that. and they figure out, oh, you was on your phone this exact time, you was doing this or that, you was distracted, so they could figure that out. Like if they could do it, then they should be able to do it in this instance when they're trying to get justice for Dolph or try to figure out exactly what's going on in the last moments of a whole person situation, man. At least to show and to bring some clarity and some understanding to the situation, because we still ain't seen the footage. So a lot of people, they know that in this type of day and age that you can't trust nobody or anything at all. And so the fact that they haven't released the footage to kind of like calm everything down, to kind of, show that here's what really happened, here's what we got, but they haven't shown no footage of him pulling up. But they show so many other footages of all these other people, even this year and late last year. Like they showed the footage of the dude in Memphis that just happened just last week, but they don't show the Dolph thing. So this is the craziest thing. How is it that they'll show that, but they don't want to show the Dolph? And it's like in both cases, they got cameras, they got footage. And it's like you would think that they would not want to show the one with the 12 jumping on dude, but that's not how it is. They show that in front of everybody's faces, get desensitized to all that. But then when it comes to Dolph and people really trying to figure out what happened, people really trying to get to the bottom of it and figure out exactly like who's involved and what happened. Did he actually pull up in his car? And where is the dudes that when they pulled up? How long was Dolph even there before the dude showed up? And it's like, where's all the other footage of, it's like all of a sudden randomly that for that day, none of the other businesses like the Family Dollar or the Church's Chicken or the gas station don't want to release none of their footage. And we understand that most of the time that the footage is owned by the security company, the third party security company that all these businesses be using to get their security system set up, to get their alarm system. Well, people can buy that footage immediately. If you know the right places to call, the right connections and the right people, and you got bread on hand ready to go, you could buy the footage of anything that happens as long as it's a first come, first serve basis. So as soon as it happened, boom, you better believe that night somebody called in to the cookie shop, bought that footage. Somebody called into this, and they might not even need to contact the cookie shop. All they need to do is contact the regional representative of that security company. So if like they all got ADT, they going to call the ADT guy in that region in Memphis, in the east, southeast, and they're going to be offering a big bag to buy it. And then that's when they get to decide whether they want to make it blurry, whether they want to cut out missing footage. And that's how all that stuff happens. You always wonder, how is it that this camera's footage is supposed to be rolling 24/7, but the most critical moments of exactly the time that you need it, exactly to where you would be a clear, open and shut case, it don't work or it malfunctions or something crazy happens. That is not just a coincidence, man. Some of that happens for a real reason. And that's another reason why you can't really be trusted nobody or nothing. Even believe half of what you believe, none of what you hear, half of what you see. You know that saying, you know how it goes. And basically nowadays, it's like if somebody does buy that footage, they could chop it, chop it, edit it up and chop and screw it to the point where they could make it look like, backwards. They could make it look like instead of dude getting hit up, he hit him up. You see what I'm saying? People could always chop things up like that. They could even make it look like Dolph was there and walked in with nobody, or that, he was there and then you walked in with the brother or something like that. Because a lot of people are saying that they didn't even ride in the same car together. And so it just looks bad. Maybe it's a situation where it might even make the cookie shop look bad, or it might make this thing look connected to this other thing. And so there's so many different reasons and so many ulterior motives and alternate different narratives and other things that they want you to believe or that they want people to pay attention to and not necessarily want to figure this out or figure that out, because it might tie something that you're not even supposed to figure out. And so you know how the saying goes, sometimes people say it's for me to know and for you not to find out. And it seems like that's a lot of the things that happen in these cases a lot of times, is that people are not supposed to even know, and they have to dig and dig and dig to just find out actually what really happened, the whole facts of the situation. And the fact that, we've been waiting for a minute and now to figure out that they actually paid old boy to do all that. That's crazy. And so we've been saying it from the jump. And so just go ahead and binge watch all the videos and you will be able to figure out exactly how we caught this And the fact that Yo Gotti been paying, and they said that it was over $600,000 that must have been paid throughout the whole thing. If you was to really add up all the people, like they already got 6 people. And so whatever it is, if they pay, let's say 500K or something to all that, everybody gets like less than 100K. So it's like at that point, with all the fees and all the things, they gotta get the lawyers and this and that and to hide out, they ain't gonna have no more bread left, or it's not even worth it at the end of the day. And so basically, it's like they gotta to have those crash test dummies. They basically did it for a discount. You know what I mean? And to have it to now where they got to do the time for it and all of that. And it's like the people who really pulled it off and really gave the orders and sent the money and all that, it's like they're probably going to end up turning on them now, because where are they at now? They're not going to get them out of their situation. They don't want to have nothing to do with them anymore. And so basically that's why they're going to turn on them and basically tell on Yo Gotti, CMG, Moneybagg Yo, and they're going to basically tell where Black Youngster been hiding at. And so without further ado, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below. Let me know if you're a Young Dolph fan, and I'm going to catch you on the next video.